Well, everyone, it was a matter of time. We finally got iOS 14, and I'll tell you this, WWDC, even though it wasn't live and all that, I honestly think Apple should probably switch to it being a live format. I think it's so much better. And I actually was able to install the beta of iOS 14 on my iPhone 6s, if you guys can't tell. Now, I'm going to go through some of the main features. This is not going to be every little feature. I'll probably talk about those every time a new beta comes out, and then when that official video comes out, and then when the official iOS version comes out, I'll talk about it then. Also, I'll do an updated review of the iPhone 6s with iOS 14 on it in like a couple of days, so keep a like down, I won't miss you guys here. Now before I get into too many of the details, I'll go ahead and give you a little bit of backstory. So, and unfortunately for me, I still have iCloud backup, which really sucks, but this update size was about 3.8 gigs, so it wasn't a crazy humongous, it wasn't like 6 or 7, it was 3, 4, so make sure you have that much saved. Now, I'm going to tell you this, do not update to iOS 14, at least this beta. It is messing up a ton of my phones, which is totally okay because they're not my main phone, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just factory reset them. But if you use an iPhone 6s or any phone, I would highly recommend you not to install it. My 6s actually didn't run into too many problems. It was pretty easy to install, but it just got really, really hot. Other than that, it took the longest to install out of all my devices, but still not a big deal. Now, these were the multi-core scores that I was getting from Geekbench. I actually switched over to Geekbench on iOS 14 actually, so expect to get these type of performance. Now, I think I was getting a higher multi-core score on iOS 13, but I didn't use Geekbench on iOS 13, but I'll do a speed review test here in a little bit. And my Meadow score was 2,520 compared to something like my iPhone XS and XS Max with over 5,000 scores. So again, not a big deal, but this is the scores that you should be getting on iOS 14, and so far it seems literally about the same as iOS 13. It doesn't seem too much faster, which is good. Now that we have that preliminary stuff out of the way, let me talk about some of these newer awesome features. So if you can't tell, we have these new widgets, which is really cool, and in order to actually get them on, you just have to swipe to the left, and this is what the new widget panel looks like. So it's still like in beta form, obviously a lot of stuff takes a long time to load and it's not perfect, but still a really, really cool thing. So let's say I want to add, these widgets here. I can just grab it like this, go ahead and get into this little shaky thing right here, or I can just click at a home screen right here. It'll go ahead and shake it around. I go and grab it and bring it to not only, the home screen, not only can I grab it and drag it to the main screen, but I can drag it to any screen that I want to, and I can just bring it right here. And I think right now, there's not a lot of offerings available, but there will be in the future, which is really awesome. And I feel like developers are going to take huge advantage of this, and things like Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram, they'll just start making these little widgets so we can go and utilize it. And even on an iPhone 6s, which this is the oldest phone that supports iOS 14, it handles these widgets perfectly fine. It's not even that slow, which is really cool. Now that's just one of the updates. Another awesome one is the redesigned call UI. So when somebody calls you, it doesn't take up the whole screen anymore. It's just going to shrink down to this little portion. You can even, just like how that notification is, how perfect, it'll probably be a little bit bigger, and it'll just say accept, decline, and you can probably even swipe it out of the way too. This phone, I'm not able to take calls in right now, but just know that that's a really cool feature that's added, which is really, really awesome. Now another interesting change, I don't know how I feel about it just yet, but the new app library, which if you swipe all the way to the right, you'll get into this little page. And as you can see, dude, I'm not gonna lie, on an iPhone 6s, it really isn't even that bad. Like, it's not that slow compared to like iPhone 6 iOS 12, you know what I mean? And I can go ahead and swipe through, and basically it's just a whole list of your apps. If you click up here, it'll present you a bunch of your apps in a list view, which is really cool. And you have pretty much all your apps right here, and you can go and click on whatever you want to. So let's say you want to go in entertainment. I don't know if I'm able to click on this specific folders. I don't know. So let's say if I click here, so I don't know. I guess they just show some of the apps, maybe not all of them, but you can get all your apps right here, which is really, really amazing. Now this next thing is something that I was literally begging Apple to do. I would literally jailbreak my phones just to get this feature, and that specific feature is picture-in-picture. So let's say I'm playing a video, and this will only work probably not within the YouTube app right now, but it might work in the future. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. And it's funny, we just got an ad for WWDC, I don't get it. Let's say I'm playing a video of mine, let's say just through whatever YouTube app. I can click here, click the bottom thing, and now I have picture-in-picture natively within iOS 14 on any iPhone that supports it. We do not need to be jailbroken anymore, which this is the biggest highlight ever. I think this is even bigger than, the home widgets. I literally use these things all the time, and having this capability is so, so awesome. And the next one actually is Siri. Siri got an upgrade too. So we don't have to cover up the whole entire screen when using Siri. You just have to hold the home button, click continue, okay? And this is what the new Siri looks like, believe it or not. I can click here and it'll even give me my responses in a pretty small window, as you guys can see. So I can still look at the screen while I'm looking at Siri and look at whatever else is here. And that's another really, really awesome thing. And Messages got a quick little update as well. We can now have conversations. We can even add people and we can pin conversations too within messages, and we can do Memoji if you guys are interested in that. But that's probably one of the more minor features. I think the pin conversations and adding people in messages is really cool though. Some other things got updates as well: Maps, CarPlay, the U1 chip with AirPods Pros. Those things got a couple new updates too. But for the iPhone 6s, this is coming out to be a really, really, really good upgrade and meaningful upgrade for an older phone like this, which is really cool. Now, it's still buggy, it's not perfect. My iPhone 10 is glitching up all over the place. I can see from where I'm filming this. But I think for an iPhone 6s, it's a really, really awesome upgrade. And I would recommend you guys to not upgrade yet. Don't even think about it. Stay on iOS 13. But hopefully down the line, once the public beta comes out, it'll be much more stable. So that's really pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button too so you don't miss out on all those iPhone 6s and iOS 14 videos that I'm going to drop. Check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys would check it out. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.